UK's top chefs have launched a campaign against so-called no-shows. That's where customers book tables in restaurants and then fail to show up without cancelling.
Have you ever done that?
No, I honestly don't think I have.
Rude. It's just rude. Tom Kerridge branded them selfish and disgraceful. He warned it could mean that some restaurants will be forced to close. There's been plenty of response to the campaign online, with several UK restaurants and bars weighing in.
So the Black Pig Wine Bar in Kinsale, Ireland, described it as devastating. They said there were 10 no-shows at their restaurant last night after a weekend which they called full of empty tables because people just didn't show up.
Bread and Pullet in Northampton says a phone call is all it takes, and the problem with no-shows further adds to stress over reduced capacities because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Hood in Streatham, South London, says that they've been forced to introduce a deposit policy. That's where the restaurant takes customer credit card details at the time of booking, and that they've already invoked it twice.
So let's talk about this now with Antonia, who's co-founder of No More No Shows campaign, and Nolan Regent, who runs a restaurant in southeast London. Very good morning to you both.
Morning.
Nolan, first of all, can I just check with you what's happened? I mean, give us an average night and how this has affected you.
Well, on an average... On an average night, we would do, we're a small independent family-run restaurant, and we do on average about 20 to 30 people. And we've obviously, with the social distancing, we've had to reduce our capacity, which leads to, and a lot of people are scared to still go and dine out. So we get on average about 4 to 6 tables. So yeah, and last Tuesday was basically no one turned up.
What? So they booked, they'd called up, or online or whatever, they'd taken the trouble to book.
Yeah.
And what does that mean for you and your business? I mean, it's fairly obvious. That means you have no revenue, but that must be devastating.
No,
what is a difficult time?
Very difficult time. I mean, that day on Tuesday was Bastille Day. Being a French restaurant, last year we would have been packed. To be fair, it is a Tuesday. But that day we had 4 bookings and not a single one turned up.
Can I just check, Nolan? I mean, presumably they've handed over their details of who they are. Do you follow it up?
We do follow it up, but that doesn't stop them from giving a fake name to reserve at another time.
It's interesting, isn't it, Antonia? Because we were hearing when we were giving some examples of restaurants which had no shows, and I think there was one in Streatham which just said, right, we're going to take your credit card details. We're going to take a deposit because our livelihoods are being put at risk here. Is that what restaurants just now need to do? It just needs to be the new norm.
Well, it's difficult, isn't it? I mean, for us at Gusto, we don't want to make it difficult for guests to dine with us. We don't want to put any blocks in place that stop people coming to our restaurant. Sometimes it's really admin heavy as well, and some companies don't have the tech to be able to do deposits. So it doesn't work for everyone, unfortunately. I think there are other things that we can do, though. A change of mind in customer mindset would be so beneficial for everyone.
Sorry, Antonia, I don't understand why it wouldn't work. I think because we have to book restaurants now, don't we? We can't just turn up really on the off chance. Or if you're booking, commitment's there.
Yeah, no, definitely. You should. We always take advanced bookings. I think it completely depends on the type of restaurant. For example, for our business, it's quite spontaneous a lot of the time. People might just be passing and think, oh, we want a plate of pasta, or book a table, or you'll call in. Whereas if it's sort of like a destination dining place, like a pub, in the countryside or whatever, you don't mind sort of planning that in advance and leaving your credit card details. A lot of the time as well, a lot of the systems that are in place, the booking system, don't support that functionality. And at the moment, especially, it's a lot of manpower to change those systems over, so it's not always possible for people to do. It's definitely a solution, and it's definitely something that would work if everyone was able to do it. But I think the onus needs to be on the guests as well, and a little bit more understanding to stop the problem from happening in the first place.
Nolan, I could see you nodding. So would that system not work with you taking a deposit, and just saying, you know what, we can't afford to trust all our customers to turn up?
I mean, there are a few customers. I mean, we only take deposits on special evenings like Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, Valentine's. Even then, it's a struggle. But to do it on a regular night, it's very, very difficult, let alone put a system in place to do it.
Nolan, is it you who plays the piano?
No, I mean, we're a jazz venue as well. We do a lot of dinner and shows, so someone coming here would be coming to dine and listening to a live jazz show.
Well, I hope for you that people do decide to book and then turn up, because it's obviously having a big impact. Nolan, thank you very much. And Antonia, thank you for your time this morning as well.
And that, Antonia, behind the No More Shows campaign. Just